Welcome to 24 Willie Mays Plaza, the home of the Giants and Oracle Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the San Francisco Giants. Biggest storyline coming into this one, he's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Logan Webb. And Singy, he's a workhorse, loves pitching deep into his starts.
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And that one fouled off. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swings and misses, struck him out. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Two outs. Out to short, and he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Next offering is fouled back.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day taking the ball.
It's in and out of his glove. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Looked to me like he kind of let the ball play him instead of playing the ball, and it just ate him off. The hands get stiff, and even the best infielders make these kinds of mistakes. You just have to learn from it and move on.
Here's Mike Tauchman. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now one away.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had...
Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. The 1-1. On the ground. And that chance handled. In plenty of time to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Line drive. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Late swing, foul to the left. 2 out, space is empty. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Bottom of the inning. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Tyler Fitzgerald. Swing and a foul out of play. And a pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. To the right side, Jimenez. Slings to first. Giants go in order. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Safe at second, and that was not close. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one almost hit him. On the ground to third. Throws to first. And Guerrero is set down. And now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score, and they lead by 2.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's going to be Spencer Steer. And a rope into center field, base hit. And out to aboard. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. And that one handled. Jump throw. Pretty nice play there. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And it's 2-0. And it remains 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And it's strike 2.
1 ball.
1 out. Bases empty. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Sends it to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Scott Kingery up to hit. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back there. And it hits the fence. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he makes it all the way to 3rd with a 2-out triple.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 left for San Francisco. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes. Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Swings and misses at the sweeper. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Bailey collects, fires to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Stuart Baroa digs in now. Chopped left side. On the run, throw to first. Got him! Nice play. So back here at Oracle Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Mike Tauchman. And a base hit right there. And a good start to the inning. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a hit! Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
To third, tag, got him!
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
And now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Checks his swing, now an appeal to third. No swing, just held it back there. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 2 away now. At the plate, Pavin Smith. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this
in the air, left field, down the line. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-2.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Smith over at second. Bailey at first, 2 out of the inning. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. 2-2 down. Got him! Good job at damage control right there. They get 2 and draw even again. We played 4. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in. One away. Willie Adames stands in. That one hit to right. Makes the grab, and there's two gone. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he walked him.
Ball four, take your base.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And that one handled over to first, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and now Scott Kingery. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Fouls it back with two strikes. What a stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Guerrero takes it to the bag, and that quickly two away.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fly ball down the line. Steer should have this one and makes the grab. And that is that. Through five, all even at 2-2. Back here in San Francisco, now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Up the middle. Kingery over to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog, and perhaps.
And the batter now, Dalton Varsho. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're the top half of the sixth. Swing and a ground ball. Throw to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. So now 2 on and 2 outs. Here comes the skipper. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Sean Jelly. Go-ahead run on base. And stepping in is the speedy Stuart Baroa. Out to short. Off balance throw in time. And that's terrific. And digging in for San Francisco, Ryan O'Hearn. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and there's 2 down. And up next for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And now the right fielder, Pavin Smith. On the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Andres Jimenez. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Hauls it in, one away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Man at second. And fouled off. Here's a high chopper. Chapman. And Guerrero is set down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go-ahead run at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. And now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's out to center field. Varsho moving under it. Makes the grab, 1 away. So digging in, Brett Wisely. Bounce to third. And that's a foul ball. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone, but he just caught air.
Baroa puts it away, and that ends the inning. New arm for the Giants, Jonathan Loaisiga. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Number 43. Jonathan Loaisiga.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it across to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. So 2 down now, and here is Ernie Clement. And that misses. And now 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Two outs. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. Stuart Baroa next up for the Blue Jays.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going out.
Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Two down, go ahead run in scoring position. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. That's the first fastball we've seen today. Made it look easy.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Zach Jackson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Third home run of the season, and they lead it. It's 3-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. Man at first, Ryan O'Hearn, the next Giant to hit.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And that'll load the bases.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. Cut off, now a throw home. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores on the play. Pavin Smith, the next Giant to hit. Manager out of the dugout. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Paul Sewald. He's been so good against lefties. In for a strike, and the count 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. First and second, two down. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. One run is in. Another comes in to score. And they're up by 4.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Coming home, the throw in, it's off the mark, and he scores. So runner at second, 2 down. Next to hit, Scott. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Stretches out and hauls it in. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Randy Rodriguez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well. Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 1 out left for the Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Too high, and it's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2 strikes.
This could end it. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the San Francisco Giants. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill for the Giants, Jordan Hicks. What's the scouting report on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. One of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Got him swinging. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound in this one, Bowden Francis. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. Sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub 2s. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Hard hit left side. Clement over to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 outs, bases empty. Ryan O'Hearn, the next Giant to hit. 2 outs, bases empty. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in San Francisco, second inning set to go. Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. Hard hit, right side. Gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. 2 down, nobody on. And that is out of play. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lee pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at Oracle Park, bottom of the second. And now here is Matt Chapman. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chapman is gone. Pavin Smith, the next Giant to hit. Misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Patrick Bailey. Fouls it off, still 1-2. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That's to third, Chapman. Fires over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That one the other way. And no one can get there. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way.
Runner takes off. This one in the dirt. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Clement into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far, so why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Chapman to second, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. 2 outs. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. As we go to the last of the third, and digging in for San Francisco, Joey Gallo. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Smoked on the ground to second. To first, and they take care of Gallo for the out. Scott Kingery up to hit. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
One down, base is empty. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Now fly ball to right center. Varsho sizes this one up, brings it in, and that is that. Start of the fourth, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Slice to right. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Anthony Santander at the plate. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And he'll pull into second safely.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now, Willy Adames. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. 1 out and a runner at second. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
That's ball 2.
He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Siggy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. The 2-1. Hot shot to third. Tosses across to first, and the inning is over. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Mike Tauchman. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the fourth. Giants down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. We go to the top of the fifth. Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Pitch misses, and a full count now. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. This to center field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the ground to the left. Whips it to Gallo. Frazier retired. Here's Andres Jimenez. Man on second, 2 down. And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So up next, Pavin Smith. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Just missed. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. With number 9. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Bounding ball here. Rolls foul. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. So Bob Melvin. Tristan Beck on to pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Beck over to first. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. Strike in there. Throw, and they got him. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Smith hauls it in, 2 away. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Outside. And that's ball 2. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Randy Rodriguez getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Jelly also throwing. And a base hit. And that extends the inning. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Late on that fastball. 2 outs. Hit on the ground to short. Kingery. They get the force, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. And digging in for San Francisco, Scott Kingery. Boots it. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. A little bit high. 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Adames makes the grab, and there's 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Stepping in, Alejandro Kirk. Next offering is fouled back. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Out to short, Kingery. Zips it across. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So digging in, Ernie Clement. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Off the plate, outside. Now 2-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. Here's Adam Frazier. This one popped up. Kingery. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Back here in San Francisco. Now the number 2 hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one missed.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a chopper. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Frazier drops steps, heads back on it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Now it's Matt Chapman.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him swinging. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Ryan Thompson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. Center field. Lee on the move. Corrals it. And there's one down. So up next, Stuart Baroa. One down, base is empty. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And that's a two-bagger.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
So Vladdy Jr. strikes out.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Well struck, right field. And it's off the top of the wall. Run comes in from second. The throw in, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So they get one run on 2 base hits. No errors. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Ripped to short. Adames, the throw to first. One up, one down. Now, Patrick Bailey.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hit.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. We go to the 9th, and now the shortstop, Willy Adames. That one is hammered right field. Going back. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Lee puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. This ball's chopped on the ground. Whips it across, and that is that. So they go quietly. Jeff Hoffman comes on trying to close it out.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a chopper out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. And up next for the Giants, Brett Wisely.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Now it's the DH, Mike Tauchman. 1 strike away. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And now the count is even. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, a low-scoring ball game in this one. 2-0 game, few errors, pretty clean. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of defense and pitching. A couple of runs was all it took to get the W today.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the San Francisco Giants. Big storyline of this one is the recent struggles of today's starter. Just hasn't seemed to be able to find his rhythm.
Yeah, Boog, just look at these stats. We've seen his frustration building every time he leaves.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set. And on the hill for the Giants, Kevin Gossman. What do you have on him, Singy?
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Lee hauls it in, and there's one away. Willie Adames stands in.
Batting second, shortstop, Willie Adames.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Lee under it. They got it for out number 2. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 2 outs, base is empty. To third. And it gets by him.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
In the dirt, but kept close.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground right side, Fitzgerald. The throw to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back here at Oracle Park. And the starter for Toronto, Nick Martinez. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings.
Runner on the go. On the line, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way.
There's one out to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Tyler Fitzgerald. 2 outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. No score yet. But a runner at third with 2 away. Drilled out towards left center field. Ranging back. Snags it on the run. And that'll do it.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Dalton Varsho. Varsho needs just 1 more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down. Here's Adam Frazier. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
1 out, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And a 1-1. Swings through that one above the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. O'Hearn makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Dalton rushing now at the plate. On the ground, right side. Whips it to Gallo, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swings and misses, and that's the first out. And now Jung-Hoo Lee. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right field, Frazier. And there's 2 away. Now the catcher up to hit, Sam Huff. And a weak ground ball to the left side. And that is that. Giants go down. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. So the lineup flips over. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2
One out.
strikes.
Base is empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Throws to second, and he's out. Trying for 2. 2 down, base is empty. Willie Adames, the next to hit. That clips the corner.
Count is 3 and 2.
Outside, and that is ball 4. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That one fouled off. 2 and 2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Lee settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. And that is set for the bottom of the third. And here's the first baseman, Joey Gallo. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. His first homer of the year. It's 1-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
He's safe on with a bunt single. And it looks like they might end up challenging this one. Very close play, and we will take another look as well.
I couldn't tell in live action, that's for sure. And, you know, the umpire is so much closer to the play, and he thought he beat the throw, so we'll see.
Back to the top of the lineup, Matt Chapman digs in now. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Here's Mike Tauchman. And that's fouled off. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and it falls. The run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And up next for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. Now here is Tyler Fitzgerald. Strike 2.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Pitch count continues to climb. And Chris, it is going to be hard for him to cut on and lift it in the air. And it drops in. Now a long throw home. but it's offline.
Picks himself up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on.
And that one in the air center field. Varsho settles underneath it. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. The relay to the plate, and he's in there. A run comes in the play.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
2 outs. Foul ball. Hit in the air, left field, Roden. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. The pitch.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And delivers outside. And now it's filled up. There's a line drive to left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Hit in the air, center field. Puts it away for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Adam Frazier getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Lead runner around second. Coming home. He will score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And there's a ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Breaking ball inside. And now 3-2. Alan Roden in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. On the ground to first. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now 4. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Paul Sewald.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Adames the throw to first. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. And now it's Joey Gallo. 1 down, base is empty. Out towards right center field. Varsho sizing this one up. 2 down. Brett Wisely, the next Giant to hit. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he said. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one to first. Gallo steps on first for the out. So the batting order turns over. Andres Jimenez now at the plate. One down, base is empty. In the air, center field. Lee moving under it. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. And the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. Timeout asked for and given at the plate now. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Swings through it for the K. Handles, throws the first. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Eric Swanson. This is his 3rd time out this year. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it himself. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Elliot Ramos. Check swing. Now a look down to first. And he held back, according to Ricky Holiday. And a swing and a miss.
Ellie just threw that fastball by him, elevated. And if you're...
Strike 3 on the foul tip. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Sean Jelly.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here.
That one is absolutely belted. It's off the top of the wall. Vladdy comes in to score. And they trail by 1. Safe at second with nobody out. And he represents the tying run. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Hit hard on the ground to short. Zips it to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Adam Frazier. With the tying run at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Fitzgerald throws to first in time. Frazier retired.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Pitch gets away. Runner stays put at third.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
It's softly on the ground left side. Chapman over to first in time. They limit the damage here, but a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4-3. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Ground ball left side. On to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Ryan O'Hearn, the next Giant to hit. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Off the plate inside. And it's 2-1. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fires over to Guerrero. 3 up, 3 down. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Randy Rodriguez appears to be getting loose. Thompson warming up as well. In the air on the infield. Wisely hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. Time asked for at the plate prior to the 2-1 pitch. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would.
Rudder takes off. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Here's a rocket out to left. Squeezes it, and that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Burr. And here's the catcher, Sam Huff.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. Base hit center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That one just missing inside, and it's 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 out now.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And here is Matt Chapman. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Outside. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. So the Giants. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Thompson. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Anthony Santander at the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's his 6th home run of the season, and we are all tied up. It's 4-4.
They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now Adam Frazier.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Right side. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees, and they get the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Runner takes off for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. He's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on it.
Throws across the diamond. That ends the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Angel Bastardo. So now here's the DH, Mike Tauchman. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
In plenty of time to first. And that quickly 2 away. And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking, foul ball.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Giants down. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Joe Jimenez. Here's the catcher to hit, Dalton Rushing. Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That one inside. Look out. And that one popped in the air, left field. Makes the grab, one down. Here's the left fielder, Alan Roden. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. The 1-2. Line, and that's a base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
Jimenez checks on first. Roden back in on a dive.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Now the batter now, Andres Jimenez.
That's ball 3.
Throw to second, save.
Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late. Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Line drive. Come on. Throw behind the runner. They got him doubled off. Back here at Oracle Park, we head to the bottom of the ninth. And now the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. Guerrero. He takes it on his own. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. And here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Bases empty, one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Hit on the ground to short. Adames slings it across. And that quickly, two away. And now it's going to be Sam Huff. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. Nothing doing here. Back here in San Francisco. Now it's going to be Willy Adames. The 1-1. Runner takes off. Ball outside. And now a wide throw to third.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they lead it in the 10th. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Action in the pen down there. Robbie Ray getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Wynn getting loose as well. That one lifted to left. Ramos holds it in on the run.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-4. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics.
New arm for the Giants, Keaton Wynn. He's into the game with the bases empty. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. In the air to left center. Lee sizes this one up. Brings it in. And that is that. So 2 runs. We're back. And on the mound is here's Joey Gallo. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back foot slider struck him out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Brett Wisely swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So it's their last chance in this one. Matt Check. Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied.
Tremendous eye-hand coordination to be able to get that splitter and still get the barrel to it, get it up in the air for a home run. Tell you what, these guys work so hard at their craft, and right there, it was on display.
High fly ball out into left center field. And makes the grab. And the inning is over. 2 runs on 1 hit, the 2-run homer. We push on to the 11th. And we're all even at 6 apiece. We're in extras here. Now it's the right fielder, Adam Frazier. Runner breaks for third. Pitch is low. And the throw out at third.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Lifted in the air down the left side. Brings it in. 2 away. Tied at 6. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. 2 down, nobody on. Swing at a ground ball, and that one finds its way through.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And now Dalton rushing.
2-1.
Throw to second, he's safe. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Two outs. Swing and a foul out of play. Out of bounce right side. Whips it to Gallo. That's a 3rd out. Righty reliever out of the pen. Runner in scoring position. No outs. And digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Man at second. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Headed for the plate. Across is the winning run, and the Giants walk it off in the 11th. 1-run game here today. Your final score 7-6. A 1 From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going.
First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away, and starting in this one, Matt Waldron.
Well, this guy was pretty fantastic last season, only losing 2 games the entire year. Just incredible. I mean, you would think that, even when you pitch well and you stay healthy over the course of a season, you're going to lose more games than that. But for whatever reasons, whether it was during his time on the mound or once he left the ball game, the team was able to rally. They were able to avoid the loss. And when you got a pitcher like that on your team, you feel like every time he takes the mound, you're going to win the ball game. So we'll see if that's the feel that his club has this season.
Goes down looking.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Frazier makes the play, and that's the third out. Back here at Rogers Center, and on the hill in this one, Frankie Montas.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. His first homer of the year, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
To the right side, Caballero slings to first, and they get Adames for the out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Back now in Toronto, and now here's the veteran DH, Jeimer Candelario. Swings through that one.
1 ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 1-2 now. In the air out towards right center. Varsho sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So runner at second, 2 down. Next to hit, Andy. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. And there's a foul ball. Well struck left field, way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. Here's Adam Frazier.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Pages makes the grab, 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Bounced up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and it beats him. What a play. On to the third inning. Here's the catcher, Ben Wertvet. And that drops in for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. Hauls it in for the out. Jorge Mateo now. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Varsho settles under this one. Snags it for the second out.
Second baseman, Jose Caballero.
At the plate, Jose Caballero. And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Kicks and deals. That's towards center. Friedel sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Andres Jimenez. Now a screamer into the outfield. And there are 2 outs. Willie Adames stands in. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. That missed by a lot. Ball 2. Hard hit left side. Mateo sends it to first, and they get it down. And we're back onto the 4th. Leading off, Josh Lowe. Fouled off left side. Right side, hard hit. Over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Yandy Diaz now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe some.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So bottom 4. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. In the air, out towards left center. Pajes makes the catch, and there's one gone. And next for Toronto, Adam Frazier.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Pajes pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now. That one fouled off. 1-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Makes the catch, and there's one away. Now the left fielder, Andy Pajes. Got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ben Rortvedt. He caught it behind his back to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Line drive, jumps, but it's off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here comes the skipper, Greg Weisser, into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ground ball, could be 2. 1 at second. On to first in time. Double play. Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call. And the batter now, Andres Jimenez. Diaz throws to second for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. 2 outs. And Willie fouls one back.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Here's the pitch to Adames. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Back here at Rogers Center, top 6. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. In the air out to center. Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. So the lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Jose Caballero. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2. On the ground, right side. Jimenez, throw to first. Got him. 2 down, base is empty. Now a chance for Josh Lowe. And a foul ball. Stays alive. Grips one to right, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. The other way. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Back now in Toronto. Well, we go bottom 6. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
1-2.
Got him swinging. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. Anthony Santander at the plate. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. In there safely.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now here is Adam Frazier. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, it's offline. The run comes in.
Back-to-back singles. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And now here is Alejandro Kirk Taylor. On to second, they get 1 to Diaz. That's 2. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now we go to the top of the 7th. Now batting Jeimer Candelario. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 1-2.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to first. He'll do it himself. And 2 away to start the 7th. Braden Taylor next to hit for the Rays. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. This one in the air center field. Varsho makes the grab, and that's the inning. Now on the mound for the Rays, and Drew Wentz. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Lined into right. Dives and makes the catch. Johnny DeLuca coming into the game now as the injury replacement. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider.
Johnny DeLuca.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. DeLuca makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. Comebacker to the mound. And that'll do it. And we're back. We go to the 8th, and stepping in for the Rays, Andy Pages. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Adames. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the catcher, Ben Wertvet. And a swing and a miss there. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Kirk makes the catch. 2 down. And now the shortstop, Jorge Mateo. Gets under it and pops it up. Adames pulls it down and he makes the catch. And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now for the Jays, Willie Adames. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 strike.
In the air, foul off first. Diaz right there to make the grab. And there's 1 down. Stepping in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jump throw in time. Got him.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Activity in the bullpen. Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3 up, 3 down. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the second. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Get out of town. He circles the bases. His second of the year. It's 4-1.
Man, I hated knuckleball. Seems like it's so hard to square him up and hit the ball hard, but this guy had no problem at all. It was like he was born to do this. Really good piece of hitting, just a sound swing, and he stayed within himself.
On the ground. Whips it to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. Next offering is in for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Reaching for it, makes the catch. Last chance for the Rays. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jamer Candelario. Right through there for a strike. Waldrop is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start, who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory. But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
4-1 the final here. From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the mound today, Cal Quantrill.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Throws to first, one out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike three. 2 down, bases empty. Yandy Diaz will hit next. Up the middle, on the run, throw to first. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jeimer Candelario. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One left for Tampa, and now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound today, Ryan Pepio. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub-350 ERA, and you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub-2s, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Runner on the go, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. This one smacked out to left center. Base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Anthony Santander at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark and he scores. And they take a 2-run lead.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting him that at bat. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. High fly ball down the left field line. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's in there as he tests the arm in left. One away on the flyout. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the
ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Vladdy comes in to score. It's an RBI single. It's 3-zip.
Well done. Drives in the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now Alejandro Kirk feeds to second, out there. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. 3 runs for him here. Back here at Rogers Center, and now TJ Friedl. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Frazier sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Braden Taylor next to hit for the Rays. That's too low, and that's ball 3. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it. So a man aboard. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Austin Hendrick. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So digging in, Ben Workvet. That's way outside. And a count 2-1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got to.
On to Jimenez, out number 3. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Ground ball right side. Mateo tosses to first and quickly 1 away in the second. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Alan Roden. The 1-1. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Rortvedt makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Here's Andres Jimenez. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. Strike on the inside corner, and a count 1-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And there's 1 away. Now at the plate, Ha-Sung Kim. On the ground to third. Clement over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johnny DeLuca. Hammered, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. This one in the air, right field. Frazier tracks it down for the out. Willie Adames stands in. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Friedl racing over to make the catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jeimer Candelario. High fly ball out towards left field. And that is a foul ball. Got him swinging.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
2 outs, base is empty. Braden Taylor next to hit for the Rays. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Dalton Varsho digs in now. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Taylor makes the grab. 2 down.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Now this is in the air down the line. And the inning is over. No runs. Quantrill ahead 1-2. On the ground right side. And it goes just foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's the catcher, Ben Wertvet. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Hauls it in, 2 away.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that skips into dirt. And it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Still nothing on the score. So up next, Alan Roden. Here's a 1-1. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. And he deals. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Andrew Wentz warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger, the power lefty, up as well. Lifted in the air out to left. Hendrick has a beat on it. Corrals it. Out number 2. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames. That one hammered center field. That's back. That one is gone. His first homer of the year. It's 4-0. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical.
Andrew Wentz will take over here.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Friedel grabs it on the run. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Johnny DeLuca.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know what?
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. And now Jamer Candelario. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes.
That one out to right. Frazier on his way over. Makes the grab. Runners tagging from second and third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 4-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. Runner at third. 2 away. Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4, the Rays 1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Ball to strike. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a ball hammered left field, way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. 2 down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Adam Frazier. 2-1 now. Now he breaks his bat. Over to Diaz. Frazier retired. And that will end. Here's the third baseman, Braden Taylor. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And stepping in for the Rays, Austin Hendrick. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez makes the catch for the out. 2 away now. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ben Wertvet. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Varsho in position, and that is that. Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Greg Weisser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Ripped to short. Kim with the throw to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Ernie Clement now at the plate. To the right side, Mateo tosses to first. That's 6 straight set down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Alan Roden.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two outs. Up the middle. That's a base hit.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Runner on the go. Throw. Save. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Back-to-back singles. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 4. And the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. Here's a 1-1. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw, save.
2 strikes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 6-1, and his hot hitting continues. Now on the mound for the Rays, Kevin Kelly.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Anthony Santander getting ready to hit. 1-1 now. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. It's 7-1. So 2 down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1. And that one is popped in the air. Shallow center. Mateo makes the catch. Zach Jackson takes over on the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and there's 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ha-Sung Kim comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Sends it to first. Rays retire. Here's Adam Frazier. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Frazier gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one the other way. Over to Kim. 1. Back to first, and that is a double play. And now Ernie Clement. So now pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, Davis Schneider, looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. The Blue Jays up big in this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Chad Green gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. That's in for a strike at 95. 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw him. Another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Jamer Candelario, puts it away for the out, and there are 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Now up for Tampa. And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. The Rays
down to their final strike. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
So up next, Austin Hendrick. Here comes the manager. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Eric Swanson. Fouled off to the right. And they'll do it again. Got him! And that's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just go to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
7-3 is how this one ends. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boogie had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. What do you have on him, Chris?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Loves it on the dive. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Well, that is such a tough play, but they make it look easy. They slow the game down. That diving stop right there, it's only part of the equation. Then you got to collect yourself, get up, make a good throw, and you got to get it there in time. That's the toughest part, especially when it's got to be on the money.
Gallen, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. 1 out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Yandy Diaz now. And a big swing and a miss.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Jimenez brings it in for the third out. And we're back. On the hill here today, Taj Bradley.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Willie Adames stands in. There's a swing and a drive. To the warning track, makes the catch. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The pitch. And a foul ball.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
In the air, right field, DeLuca under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Anthony Santander at the plate. And now 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back now in Toronto. Top of the second. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Jeimer Candelario. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Varsho makes the grab, one away. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, TJ Friedl. One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. And strike 2. Second inning here, no score. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a little bit low.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Out to short, Adames. Third out, and that ends the frame. Rays held in check. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. On the ground. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 6, right fielder, Adam Frazier.
Here's Adam Frazier. This one popped up, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
And this one looks like trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw, but it's offline, and it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Dunks one down, base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Comes through with the RBI. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knock. And those are the ones.
Kim to second for one. And that's two. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Popped up. Jimenez has a beat on it. And out number one on the grab. And here is Johnny DeLuca. Shortened a bunt and missed it. 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Two down, base is empty. Now it's going to be Ben Wertvet. High in the air, out to right. Frazier drops into the glove, and that is that. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. This one in the air. Taylor. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting.
Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch to Adames. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. 2 outs. Base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Hard hit to third. Over to Diaz. And Guerrero is set down. Back here at Rogers Center as we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Caballero. Popped up. Jimenez squeezes it. One down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
Trying to bunt his way on. And a foul ball. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. 2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. That one misses. 3-1 now. On the ground right side. The throw to first, and he has thrown 4. Ready to go, bottom 4. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Anthony Santander. The 1-1 is fouled off. Bounce to the left side. Taylor. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. So digging in, Dalton Varsho. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Adam Frazier. Swing and a ball popped up. Diaz moves under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Relay to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, And there's one away.
Not a very good curveball right there, but sometimes those high breaking balls kind of surprise you as a hitter, and when they stay high, have just a little more velo on them to get by you. And that 2-strike count, I thought was a pretty good pitch to hit. I think he got a little too excited and tried to do too much.
Grounds one to short. Adames, the throw to first. And that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. One down, base is empty. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
2 down, base is empty. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And they had their first base runner since the 2nd inning. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. Fly ball center field, Friedel. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. The 1-1 is fouled off. Bounced out to short. Adames sends it across to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Ben Wertvet next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that is a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Well, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Blue Jays 2. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now it's going to be Willy Adames. This to third. Tosses across to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. 1 down, base is empty. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. That's down and in. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Bradley makes the grab, and that is that. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. High fly ball, shallow right field. Frazier makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Schneider balls it in, and there's 2 away. Now batting Jamer Candelario. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa, and they're down 2-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Clevenger.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right through there. Got him. And now 1 away. And here is Adam Frazier. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Next offering is in for a strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well. Really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
On the ground, out to short. Kim. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Fires over to Guerrero. First out in the top of the 8th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hit in the air, left field. 2 down. Now the left fielder, Austin Hendrick. And that chops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
High fly ball out to center field. Varsho. And that is that. And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Manuel Rodriguez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. The 1-1. Out to short. Jump throw across his body. On the money. Nice play. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Greg Weisser getting loose out there. Wentz also getting ready. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Andres Jimenez, the next to hit. Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
2 down, nobody on. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Over to Diaz, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now Johnny DeLuca. And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's just foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Now only one out remaining. Here's the second baseman, Jose Caballero. The Rays down to their final strike. Right side, and this should do it. Jimenez. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays finish off a 3-game sweep here in front of the home crowd.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant. If he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.